there's a couple things you guys haven't mentioned, too. I'm not trying to throw the negativity around, I swear, because I am very confident. However, there's
You did say, I just want to point this out, you did say that you still think they're going to win the division.
Yes,
okay.
I do. However, I know you guys talked about this yesterday. I found the quote by Dan Campbell when he said, I might have to play my guys in the preseason games. Now, I think that's going to change now because he said that before all the injuries last night.
Right.
However, I took that as a challenge to his team. Like, you better have a kick-ass week of practice or your punishment is you're playing on Saturday in the preseason game in Kansas City. So you take that quote and then you add the quote, and I know we have this. We can play it for you. He was asked about the third receiver. And he says he's dying for someone to step up to be the third receiver. You got it? All right, so you add that to the preseason cut, to some of the injuries, to what you guys are talking about with the division. This is my own conspiracy theory. Do you feel like Dan Campbell isn't all that enamored so far with how training camp has gone in the first couple weeks?
No, I agree with you. And it's something that I definitely feel that they need a good week of practice. And I do think he's trying to light a fire on the team.
Yes.
Let's go, because he doesn't want to have to play the guys on Saturday.
No.
Like, the last thing he wants to do is risk anybody else to injury that's in the starting lineup. Well, you don't want to risk anybody injury, but the game is the risk. So when you talk about having to have that great week of practice, let's work on the things and make sure we come through the practice and we feel confident we've got these things honed in. Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't want to have to say, okay, we're going to play Jamison Williams and St. Brown on Saturday, even though I still don't think either one of those guys would, but maybe it means somebody else would. And
I'm just saying, it seems like he's a little miffed about how things have gone so far. So I wonder if that helps strip away people's confidence.
Well, the other thing is that with the receivers, and he's wanting to see a third receiver come through. So, I mean, doesn't mention Khalif Raymond, but Khalif Raymond's in that mix, right?
Right.
And I'm expecting Khalif Raymond to start this season as the third receiver, but all these other guys have to step up their level because nobody separated themselves last week. Nobody looked special. Nobody even looked like, oh, that's competent receiver work.
No.
It was like, now, part of that is playing in the elements. You got Nate Sudfeld throwing to you instead of Jared Goff. But maybe that's a reason why maybe he wants to see Jared Goff play with these other receivers because Jared Goff brings the best out of anybody. So if you want to see how good Caden Davis can be or Darius Fountain can be, why not have them play with Jared Goff? And maybe that's what's going to happen during practices is you guys going to get reps with the ones, but you better bring it.